The Earth, a beautiful pale dot in a vast ocean of darkness, and yet within that fragile sphere, every single moment in human history has unfolded, well, almost, except for those few astronauts who've walked upon the moon, and more recently those who live in constant freefall high above our planet. Today's book review focuses on the lives of several crew members aboard the International Space Station. It's a short work, but one that has captured considerable attention, winning the 2024 Booker Prize. In this bite-sized review, we'll explore some of the themes found in the book Orbital, and whether it's something you should consider reading. To live is the question. As we walk the surface of our planet, we are prone to wonder, prone to marvel, but the questions we ask down here are no doubt vastly different from those posed by the finite few who strayed from solely walking the Earth to instead gazing down upon it. Orbital attempts to capture these profound moments that may cross the minds of astronauts floating high above, and through its very introspective and emotive writing style, it does succeed. However, I doubt this book review will be very long, as Orbital itself is a short book, coming in at just over 200 pages, making it more of a novella than a novel. The shortness of this work does somewhat impact the depth of its characters. You simply aren't there with them long enough. However, through some very powerful prose, you certainly feel their struggles, their thoughts, and at times their melancholy as they reflect on the Earth below. You may wonder, what's there to be sad about when looking down at perhaps one of the best views we can currently experience? Well, Samantha Harvey reveals this poignancy as each astronaut reflects on their own human struggles back on Earth. They also feel a deep disconnect from the borders that mark a traditional map of our planet. In space, collaboration happens through diverse partnerships. On the International Space Station, there are no borders, no territorial disputes. From high above, the Earth almost looks the same, yet we know it's not. There is absolutely no disputing the beauty of the writing in this book, even if at times it can feel somewhat meandering. The story itself is not particularly eventful. It is the astronauts and their existence that take centre stage. There is no alien craft making contact, no meteor on a collision course with Earth. Life is quiet, reality is calm. So powerful is the writing in this book that one section had me close to tears, a simple tale of a character's mother aging and eventually passing, much like her husband before her. And so this is a hard book for me to review in a dramatic and catchy way because it doesn't strive to be as such. It's a simple yet deeply powerful book that speaks of an appreciation for the Earth, the geography, and the wonders of the vast continents. Throughout this book, some 16 orbits take place, each bringing with it the rise and fall of the sun across the backdrop of our planet. Each orbit forms a new chapter in which Samantha Harvey expresses the astronauts' lives, their conflicts, and their perspective from a place so few get to go. For the right reader, there's something quietly affecting about this book. Not because it's perfect, but because it tries to capture something that's hard to pin down, what it means to float above the planet and still carry the weight of human emotion inside. However, whether this book is for you depends on two things. Do you need constant change in what you read, or can you slow down and reflect? Because even I struggled with this book at times. If you enjoy action-packed works full of drama, if you like page-turners, then this is not the book for you. If you're expecting a fantastical science fiction tale, you won't find that here either, but if you enjoy reflecting on works of writing, if you appreciate something written with all the grace of a lengthy poem, then this will likely intrigue you. If you stick with this book, you may come to appreciate this wondrous blue dot we find ourselves existing on just a little more. You may gain a newfound respect for the people who trained for years to push humanity forward, and you may appreciate the uniqueness of where we are and what we have. Let me know your comments. Do you prefer science fiction with a bang, or slow meditative stories like the one we've just discussed? And if you've read it, I'd love to hear your own thoughts. My friends, thank you very much for tuning in for another book review. Next week's book, or within the next 2 weeks, will be Kazuo Ishiguro's A Pale View of the Hills. I'm already quite way into this one, and I'm loving it. So it's one of my favourite authors, so please do stop by here. in 2 weeks or less, and we'll have that reviewed, and we'll be discussing that also. If you do wish to find out more about this book, please see my description below. Please subscribe to me on YouTube if you enjoyed the content, and please follow me on Goodreads for all my latest reading news. I thank you very much for tuning in again. Have a great day, and I'll see you here again soon. Bye-bye.